Can you guess where we are?
It should be obvious. It's written on our faces.
We're in Disney World.
Yes, we are down here in Orlando, and we are currently in the Lion King suite in the Art of Animation Hotel, which is super nice. We're about to have an awesome week doing some awesome things.
I am very excited. It is our first time actually going to a theme park and getting on roller coasters, because if y'all remember, we went to Busch Gardens and did not let us get on any rides, which was really it was not cool. So we'll be able to get on rides this time, and we're super excited about it.
One of the employees with Disney has a husband who is a quadriplegic, and he's like a Disney pro. He has been around the park and knows about all the transfers on all the rides, and he gave us the lowdown. So we have a bit of a playbook here that we can work with and hopefully get to experience a roller coaster, which I haven't done in a decade.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
I'm so ready
It'll be so much fun. We're taking our relationship to new heights.
And lows.
So if you can see, Cole is the same height as me, and that's because he is in a quickie power chair. So they loaned us one, and it'd be much easier to go through a park with a power chair.
Disney is huge, and there's a lot of ground to cover. Fortunately, Disney is super accessible, and so that's something that we want to like figure out today is like how accessible, especially when it comes to getting on and off rides. In honor of Global Awareness Accessibility Day, we have partnered with Google and their Voice Access app, which is a really cool app that I've been using a lot. It gives you control over your Android device entirely with your voice. And it's super convenient, it's super smooth. During Disney, as we're rolling around the park, I can just talk to my phone and say, hey, open the My Disney app. Hey, open the map, and then scroll in and out. It has all these awesome features, and it just makes life easier because I don't even have to touch the phone. Open Disney. View map. Swipe left. Swipe left. Swipe right.
A fun fact, 8 million people have difficulty grasping a pencil. So this will be so useful for everyone. Cole is able to, hold the phone and push the buttons, but this is much easier. If I'm doing my hair, I can just say, hey, do this, instead of cleaning my hands and touching the phone. So it's a really awesome way to be touch-free and still be able to access your phone.
Which is the beauty of universal design, y'all. If it works for me, it's going to work to make your lives easier too.
Yeah.
So definitely check out Google Voice Access on your Android device and give it a try.
All right, I am ready to go to the park.
Yeah.
We are headed to Epcot first, so that's going to be exciting.
Epcot day one. I think there are a couple rides we're going to go on, and then we're going to do a horticulture tour, so we got lots in store. Stick around and watch it. I think we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, we're switching cameras. So a little bit more of an adventure feel, but it'll look good.
Yes. Here at Epcot, they opened up the park to us before they opened it up to the general public. So we're in what's going to be like the garden horticulture tour festival flower area. And we're eating this delicious breakfast. Look at this. We got shrimp and grits, scrambled eggs, fruit, cold brew. This thing, I don't know what it is, but it's like a cinnamon roll. I'm loving this. This is so cool. Want it to land on me? Come on, butterfly. They're not gonna do it.
We have been all over Epcot today.
So tiring.
And it is a little tiring because the sun came out and it's blasting us. But we did every single ride. We did not miss. Well, actually,
No, we missed one.
We didn't do Spaceship Earth.
Yeah.
Because we heard that was slow. So.
Super long, but
We
regardless.
did all of them. So first was.
Man, I don't know, Cole. We didn't write these down.
Yeah, what the heck?
I wanted to write it down. What did we do first? We did
Hey, what did we do first?
What was the first ride we got on?
So we did Figment of Your Imagination, which was cool because I was able to just get right on it in my wheelchair. They spun me around and I was just comfortable getting to enjoy the ride like everybody else.
Yeah.
And then we did Soarin'. How did you like Soarin'?
Soarin' was really fun. Cole was nervous because at the beginning his feet started dragging as they lifted us up, and then he started spasming.
The seatbelt kept me in the seat,
Yeah.
and we had a great time on that ride.
Easy transfer. I was able to do it, so that was nice.
That was good. And then from there, we did Living with the Land. That was fun. It was
Yeah.
very informational.
Yeah, you just drove your chair on, and that was super
Right on.
easy.
Yeah. And then we did Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
And Finding Nemo was really cool because by looking at the carts, you would not think that it would be able to get my wheelchair on it. And then one of the carts came around, and then it opened up and did the swivel thing, and the ramp came down, and I was like, whoa.
Came down.
Down.
Yeah.
And it was perfect. I just went right on, they pushed me in, and boom. We
Yeah.
were locked and loaded.
So after that, we went on Test Track, which was a harder transfer, but we were able to do a two-man transfer. Thank you, Blake and Garrett.
What was nice about that, though, was they allowed us to do the transfer at an area that was a little bit more level with the car, and it was away from the line, so you didn't have a bunch of people staring at you the whole time. A little bit of privacy goes a long way, especially when, like, you know, you feel bad about holding up the line and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So Test Track was so much fun. A little secret, they let us go twice. That was probably the first, like, real roller coaster I went on, and it took me back.
Yeah.
I felt like we were flying on that ride.
It was fun.
It was so much fun.
So after that, we went on Mission Space, which Cole and Garrett went on by themselves. I did not want to do it because I get motion sick. That transfer was much harder.
That, yeah.
yeah.
That may have been the most difficult transfer today, just because of how close and like cramped it was.
Yeah, you can't do a lateral transfer. You literally have to be lifted up. Like, I don't even know if a para could do a lateral transfer. All good? So now we're gonna have to turn you, babe.
Now we gotta turn. Hold on. I'm gonna grab under here.
Nice. Perfect.
We got you. We made it happen.
Yes.
Courtesy of Blake and Garrett's immense strength.
Once again.
Yeah, and that was wild. It made me like dizzy in this like cool way.
Yeah.
Not like I didn't feel like I was gonna pass out or anything, but I was like whoa, because
Yeah.
it's all these G forces hitting you, and my chest was like. It was so fun.
So after that, we went on this ride in Mexico. I don't remember the name. That was really fun. Cole stayed in his wheelchair, rolled on, and super easy.
I panicked a little bit at the beginning because it takes a dip like off the tracks into the water at the start, and I wasn't expecting that, and I was at the front of the boat, so I went, whoa, and I was like, oh, I hope the water doesn't come up because I'm heavy.
Yeah.
I am heavy. But no, that worked out perfectly fine. And then after that,
We went on Frozen, which was really fun. I liked that. It was a really cool ride.
the animatronics on that ride are awesome.
Yeah, we had a transfer.
That may be like the second most challenging transfer because it was so low. But again, Blake and Garrett saved the day.
Yep, strong men.
And that was a lot of fun. That had a pretty big drop on it too.
It did.
And
It
it
was
was like,
fun.
wasn't it backwards?
Yeah,
One
we're
of them was.
backwards. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
fun. It was a really fun ride.
So we've been having a blast, and this is just day one. We got a lot more in store.
My head hurts. I need food. So I think we're gonna go get some more food. We have the rest of the day is just walking around, eating food, because that's what you do at Epcot. You just
You're right.
eat everything. So,
eat it all.
yeah.
Nice.
So today was a ton of fun. I mean, I definitely got some sun, y'all. We're in the sun a lot. It was a very, very long day, but today was incredible. It was so much fun. We went on so many rides.
Yeah, man, we did so many things. We had a delicious breakfast to start the day right by the castle. And then after that, we had an area of like the courtyard in front of the castle that was cordoned off. But Disney surprised us. So they gave us a bag full of goodies for our honeymoon. Because, like, we never really had a honeymoon. So this, in a way, is like a honeymoon for us.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying.
And I had to keep it a secret from her because the staff wanted her to be dressed up for what was a professional photo shoot surprise.
Yeah, and he wouldn't tell me. And I'm like, why am I getting dressed? I just want to wear this. But no, I'm glad I dressed up. And they gave us, like, 2 hats that were cute, baseball caps, and then other hats. Watch this clip of us doing the photo shoot in these cute little photos.
For kids, of course. I like those smiles.
On the cheek.
There you go.
Okay.
How's that look?
You guys look awesome.
Look at me. Look at you. Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, so beauty.
I know. And our photographer was awesome.
Yeah.
And then after that, we decided to hit some rides. Big Thunder Mountain.
Yes.
Yes, so we did Big Thunder. They had a cart that the door went down, which was great. And then that kind of allows for a platform that you can transfer onto, and then you bump down onto the seat.
Yeah.
So they thought about accessibility there. Our challenge was I'm too flippin' tall.
Yeah.
Being 6'3", I barely fit into the little cart. My knees were slamming up against the front. So unfortunately, it was hard for Charisma to enjoy the ride because you were like holding me.
Yeah, I had my hand on his knee, and it was like it wasn't even that I was holding you. It was that every time we turned, my knuckles would slam into the hard seat. Yeah. And I'd rather my knuckles over Cole's knees, but it was very painful. And so it was really hard for me to enjoy the ride.
We told Disney about it. We were like, all right, I think if we had some knee pads, it would be good. And they ran out and got knee pads.
Yeah.
And so for other rides, because we got on a bunch of rides.
So we got on a few rides where Cole could stay in his wheelchair. They were all really fun. Some were very like calming. Others you had to like the Buzz Lightyear, you had to shoot and stuff. We really enjoy the rides, or Cole really enjoys the rides where we can just roll on. And those were a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's cool the contraptions that they used and like how they designed it so that you can just bring your chair right up.
Yeah.
And they're always like super accommodating when it comes to like, all right, don't feel rushed. We're gonna hold this here for as long as you need.
Yeah.
Just get comfortable. I also am proud to announce I won the Buzz Lightyear ride.
Whatever.
I got the good shots. I used it like this. I put my hand in the gun and then I shot it with my chin and it worked. I got lots of points.
I have no clue how. I'm annoyed.
She was like, I don't think my gun's working.
It wasn't. It totally wasn't.
Okay. All right. You got some points, which means you're shooting something.
Whatever. After that, we got on the Seven Dwarfs ride, or Seven Dwarfs. That was really nice. That was a much smoother ride, a better experience, and the way the seat was, it held Cole's knees in, and so they weren't flying to the side. It was a very smooth, comfortable ride.
Yeah, like the bar that you pulled down had bars on the side, and it held my knees.
Yeah.
And like I was in great postural position, and I felt very secure, and that was great.
Yes.
I really enjoyed that one.
Me too. It was really, 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 really good.
And then I think we had dinner, and then last but not least was Space Mountain. And man, Space Mountain, that's up there.
Yeah.
And my like experiences in the last few years. I mean, it was awesome.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
It's a really, really fun ride. We thought the transfer was going to be way more difficult, but it actually wasn't. Garrett and Blake said it wasn't bad. They said Mission Space was the hardest transfer.
Yeah.
So Space Mountain wasn't that bad. It's just like, it's really low, so getting back out is kind of challenging. It was such a fun ride. I loved it.
Yeah, so overall, Epcot and Magic Kingdom, as far as accessibility goes, was pretty solid.
Yeah.
I thought they did well. There are some areas of opportunity, and like a few little tweaks here and there, I think could take it to the next level. Everybody has been super accommodating.
Yeah.
The transportation around is very accessible.
Yeah.
The park itself is very smooth. The lines are wide enough to take your chair through very easily. So it's been a great accessibility experience.
We are so tired. The sun takes it out of you and doing so much. So I am ready to go to bed right away, shower, go to bed. It'll be great. But we have more in our next video coming up. We have Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, and those have a lot more rides and bigger rides. So that is going to be really fun to capture all of those. We are so stoked for that.
I'm ready for it.
Yes. So stay around for part 2 of this wonderful Disney World adventure. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Sorry.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and stay positive. All right, we mixed it up.
Yeah, switching roles today. It's the tiredness. Bye. Whew, I look sweaty. Why does my forehead look like, I guess it's super sweaty.